Hey friends, welcome back to the Summary Shelf, where we crack open powerful books and pour out their most life-changing lessons in a way you can actually use. Today we're talking about So Good They Can't Ignore You by Cal Newport, a book that flips one of the most repeated career mantras on its head. You know the one, follow your passion. Cal says this advice is not only wrong, it can set you up for years of frustration. Instead, he offers a bold alternative. Stop obsessing over finding the perfect job, and start obsessing over getting so good at what you do that the world can't help but notice. This book is about mastering your craft, earning career capital, and building a life you love, step by step, skill by skill. By the end of this video, you'll see why passion isn't the starting point, it's the end result of getting truly excellent at something rare and valuable. Let's break it down scene by scene. Scene 1: The Passion Trap. The book opens by challenging the passion mindset. Cal points out that most people who claim to love their work didn't start out passionate about it. Passion-first thinking makes us restless. We think the grass is always greener somewhere else. This leads to constant job hopping, disappointment, and chasing illusions. Newport calls it a trap because it sets unrealistic expectations for instant fulfillment. Scene 2: Passion is rarely pre-existing. Research shows that passions often develop after we gain competence in a field. Cal explains that if you're waiting to find your perfect fit before you commit, you'll wait forever. People like Steve Jobs didn't start with a deep love for technology. Their passion grew as they built skill and impact. The key is to start somewhere, build value, and let passion follow. Scene 3: The craftsman mindset versus the passion mindset. The passion mindset asks, what can the world offer me? The craftsman mindset flips it, what can I offer the world? This shift changes everything. It moves you from being a consumer of opportunities to being a creator of value. Craftsmen focus relentlessly on improving their skill, because mastery naturally attracts opportunities, autonomy, and fulfillment. Scene 4: Career capital, the currency of great work. Cal introduces the concept of career capital, the rare and valuable skills that make you irreplaceable. Without career capital, demanding a dream job is like trying to buy a house with no savings. Your capital is earned through hard work, deliberate practice, and years of refining your craft until you become one of the best in your field. Scene 5: Deliberate practice over comfort. Simply showing up to work isn't enough to get excellent. Newport borrows from elite athletes and musicians. The fastest way to grow is deliberate practice, targeted, challenging work that stretches your abilities. It's uncomfortable, but that discomfort is the signal you are improving. Most people avoid it, and that's why mastery is rare. Scene 6: Avoiding the control trap, too early. We all want freedom in our careers, flexible hours, creative autonomy, the ability to call the shots. But Newport warns, if you try to seize control too early, before you've built real career capital, you'll fail. It's like quitting your job to freelance without skills or clients. You end up scrambling to survive rather than thriving. Scene 7: Avoiding the control trap, too late. The opposite mistake is never cashing in your career capital. Some people get valuable skills but stay in safe, soul-crushing jobs because they're afraid to make a move. Newport says the sweet spot is to claim control once you've built undeniable value. That's when you can negotiate from a position of strength. Scene 8: The power of small bets. Instead of giant, risky leaps, Newport suggests small bets, manageable experiments that test your ideas and grow your portfolio. This could be writing an article, launching a small product, or collaborating on a project. Each small bet sharpens your skills, builds your reputation, and opens unexpected doors without the danger of total collapse. Scene 9: Mission as the guiding star. A mission gives your career a compass once your skills are strong. It's the bigger why behind your work. You can't pick a mission from a quote, you earn it. It emerges from deep immersion in your craft. You see problems others can't. like a scientist discovering a climate solution after years of research. A mission fuels perseverance when work gets tough. It keeps you pushing when excitement fades. It's the glue that holds your career through challenges. Without it, even skilled work can feel empty. Scene 10: The Adjacent Possible. The adjacent possible is the next frontier of your abilities. It's the next room in your house of skills. You master one room before moving to another. It keeps growth steady without overwhelm. Innovation thrives here, step-by-step expansion. Apple moved from computers to music players to phones. Each step built on existing expertise. Seek edges through new collaborations. Take on projects that stretch you just enough. Small expansions compound into big breakthroughs. Scene 11: The 10,000-Hour Reality. Cal draws from the famous 10,000-hour rule popularized by Malcolm Gladwell, but he clarifies, it's not just hours, it's how you spend them. 10,000 hours of deliberate, feedback-driven practice builds mastery. 10,000 hours of coasting through easy tasks doesn't. Scene 12: Why Love Grows from Mastery. The most satisfying work isn't necessarily the easiest. It's the work where you've invested deeply, earned respect, and seen the tangible impact of your efforts. Newport shows that mastery creates autonomy, creativity, and connection, which in turn breed passion. Scene 13: Financial Viability as a Reality Check. Ask, will people pay for this? It's not about killing dreams, it's about sustaining them. Work you love must solve a real problem. Without that, it's a hobby, not a career. Test ideas in small, low-risk ways. Get real-world feedback before going all in. If people pay, you've found traction. If not, adjust or keep it personal. Financial viability protects your passion from burnout. It's the net that keeps your dream alive. Scene 14: Becoming so good they can't ignore you. The title comes from comedian Steve Martin's advice: be so good they can't ignore you. When you become exceptional in your craft, you don't have to beg for opportunities, they come to you. This is the opposite of the passion-first approach. It's a skill-first, opportunity-second strategy. Scene 15: Mastery requires patience. Cal emphasizes that building career capital takes time, often years. The temptation to jump ship for something more exciting can derail your progress. Patience, persistence, and a long-term view are your allies in crafting meaningful work. Scene 16: Passion is the destination, not the map. Passion isn't the starting fuel, it's the end reward. Starting with passion is like gluing leaves to a stick. It may look good, but it won't last. Real passion grows from mastery and autonomy. When skills are rare and valued, joy follows. It's the glow of making a difference. You don't have to find your calling first. You build it through value and skill. Over time, jobs transform into callings. You grow passion with your own hands. Scene 17: Practical Application Plan. To apply these lessons, Newport suggests: 1. Identify a skill in demand. 2. Commit to deliberate practice. 3. Seek feedback constantly. 4. Build your career capital before chasing autonomy. 5. Use small bets to shape your mission. Scene 18: Your career is an evolving craft. The takeaway is simple but powerful. Treat your career like an evolving craft, not a scavenger hunt for the perfect job. Show up, work deeply, improve relentlessly, and watch as passion grows naturally from the value you create. And That's So Good They Can't Ignore You by Cal Newport. A career isn't something you discover, it's something you build. If you focus on mastery, value, and meaningful contribution, passion won't be something you chase, it'll be something that chases you. This is the summary shelf, where great books meet real-life action. If this breakdown sparked something in you, Share it with someone who's stuck waiting for passion to show up. Maybe they just need to start building it. See you next time, friends.